Hi guys, welcome to Selenium Automation Testing. So today in this video we are going to learn about what is the use of annotations and what is the sequence of execution of this annotation in a test ng. Okay, so we have this at the rate before class, after class, before suit, after suit, some annotations, okay, in a test ng. So which annotation execute first, okay, and which annotation execute only for one time. Okay, so let's start with the practical. So at the rate test annotation is just working as a main method, okay, because when we create a framework, when we create a frame, we don't use any main method, we use at the rate test, because at the rate test is just working as a main method. Okay, so we use at the rate test. So we declare, we can say that at the rate test is nothing but the test case. Okay, so which annotation execute for how many times. Okay, so this before class and after class, okay, actually this 6 annotation, okay, yeah, before class, after class, before suit, after suit, and before test and after test, this 6 annotation execute only one time. It will execute for only once in your script. Okay, but these two annotation at the rate before method and at the rate after method, these two annotations is execute how many times? This is the question. Okay, so the answer is it's depend on the number of at the rate test annotation. Okay, how many times these two execution, how many times this two block will execute, it's depend on the number of at the rate test. If we have only one at the rate test and we have mentioned these two annotation, then it will execute for one time. Okay, before executing at the rate test annotation one time, this at the rate before method will execute, then it will execute our at the rate test, and after executing at the rate test, it will execute these annotations at the rate after method. Okay, if we have second at the rate test, I have two at the rate test in my script. So first time, this is the before method, means it will execute before these annotations. Okay, this before method annotation is execute before executing this actual test case. Okay, actually before method is working as a precondition for our test script. Okay, my test case is we need to verify that the title of the Google web page should be only Google. Okay, so this is my test case. We need to verify that title of this web page is only Google, but I need to perform some preconditions, right? I need to launch the Chrome browser, I need to launch this URL. Okay, I need to open the browser, then launch the URL. So this is the preconditions. So at the rate before method is used to perform some preconditions. Okay, and after opening the browser, after launching the URL, we write some code inside this at the rate test block, how to verify that the title of the web page should only Google. And after verifying the title is Google or not, we need to close the browser. Okay, this is known as a post condition. Whatever action we perform after the testing, just like close the browser, okay, close the connectivity with the database, so this is known as some post conditions. So we perform some post condition by using this at the rate method. Okay, at the rate after method. So I have written here, I will show you. This at the rate before method is known as a precondition. We need to perform some precondition before executing the test case. So whatever the activity, launch the browser, launch the URL, we are mentioned inside this block. Okay, and then we write the code, our business logic, verify title or verify some web element is present or not. So it's depend on you. And after verifying the web element is present or not, we need to close the browser. So we use this at the rate after method. This is known as a post condition, means after testing we need to close something, so we use post condition. Okay, So if I have two tests, okay, then in this case it will come, it will check @test is here, okay, but we have mentioned this @before method also. So before executing this @test, it will execute this block because its keyword is before method, means it will execute before this @test, okay. So it will execute before method, and then it will execute @test, the business logic, and then it will execute this @after method, okay, for this one test case. Now it will come for the second test case. Again it will execute this @test, but the script get these annotations. So again it will execute @before method, then again it will execute @test, and again it will execute, after the executing this, it will execute @after method, okay. So how many times these two method, how many times these two annotation will going to execute? So the answer is, it's depend on the number of @test, okay. Remaining these 6 annotation, it will going to execute for only one time, okay. This 6 annotation will going to execute only one time, okay. I will show you. So this 2 is a before shoot and after shoot, okay. Before shoot and after shoot, it will execute for only one time. I have printed, I have this message also, okay. After shoot, before shoot. Now I have mentioned this @before class and @after class. Same I have printed over here. For the test also, before test and after test. Then we have our two precondition and post condition, right? I will write here test title of web page. So we need to perform some before condition. So I will make @before and then launch browser and URL also, okay. And this is the post condition, close browser, okay. Control Shift F and Control Save. So as of now I have created only one @test, okay. So let me run the script. Control Shift F, Control Save. Now we are going to see the sequence of execution of annotation in a test-ng, okay. Let me run this script. Run as and test-ng. Okay, let's wait for the execution. Yeah, execution is started. It will print our message on the console. Okay, my test case is passed. Let me open this one. Okay, so first of all, @before shoot is execute, okay. Then after executing shoot, it will execute @before test, okay. After executing before test, it will execute @before class, okay. Now we have, in normal way, we write our code inside the class, okay, and inside the class we have some methods, some test cases. So before executing method, we need to launch the class, okay. And class came inside the test, okay. And test is a collection, sorry, shoot is a collection of test. So shoot will execute first, then test, then class, and after executing class, it will execute the method, this one, @before method. It will launch the browser and launch the URL, right. Then after launching the browser and URL, it will execute our web page. So it will test title of web page, and after testing the title of web page, we need to close the browser. So it will close the browser, okay. Now after performing this activity, before method, okay, is a, okay, launching this before method, it will execute this before class, okay. So after launching this after method, it will execute after class, okay. Before executing before class, it will execute this @before test. So same, after executing, after class it will execute after test annotation. Okay, this is the up to down, this is the down to up. Okay, this is the ascending way and this is descending way. So yeah, this is the @suit. Okay, before executing @before test, it will execute this annotation @before suit. For same here, after executing after test, it will execute after suit annotation. This simple way, this is the ascending way and this is the descending way. Okay, now in this example we have only one test case, so these two method, launch the browser and close the browser, will execute for only one time, as you can see here. Okay, let me increase the number of test cases. So this is the test case 01. Okay, test title of web page. Now I will create the second test case. Okay, yeah, I will show. Let me run this script. I want to show you something. Just run your script. I want to show you something. Yeah, so my test case is passed, but as you can see here, I have only one test case. Okay, only one. Yeah, as you can see here, we get the status passed, but we have only one test case. So test case 01, but we have written this 6 or 7, sorry, how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We have written 8 method, sorry, we have written total 9 methods. Okay, then C D E F G H, okay, precondition, post condition, and test case 01. But on console we are able to see only one annotations, test case, because I have already said in this script this is the normal methods, but we have used this @test. Okay, for this @test case 01 method. So this method is working as a main method. So in TestNG, when we use @test, so it will consider as a main method, it will consider as a test case. Okay, we are not able to see this post condition, precondition, ABC, this HIJ, whatever we have written. Okay, we are not able to see this one, but we are able to see only this keyword, test case 01, this method name, because this is the annotation of @test, the main test case. Okay, that's why let me open console. We get only one method name, test case 01, and let me open TestNG. See, test case 01, only one, because we have written only one test case. This is the only for the background purpose. We need to perform some precondition activity, post condition activity. This is not considered as a test case. Okay, this is the supporting role method. This all this method is known as a supporting method. Okay, we need to perform some preconditions, post conditions before executing our main test case. So just for this purpose, this annotation is created in a TestNG. Now let me create one more test. I will make it test case 02. Now this is the test case 02. So verify web element is okay. Verify sign in web element, just for the example. Okay, web element, Control Shift F and Control C. Now if I need to test the title of the web page, so I need to launch the browser, launch the URL and close the browser. Okay, but again for the before, we need to, if I need to test that the particular sign in web element is present or not, again I need to open the browser. Okay, launch the URL, because after testing this title of the web page, I have closed the browser, so again I need to open the browser. Okay, and this is the best way, best approach to close your browser every time. to ignore some cookies issue, okay, because once we launch the browser, some cookies are loaded with the browser, okay. So better to, after testing the your whatever you need to test, after testing the test case, we need to close the browser, and for the second test case we launch the fresh browser, okay. So to launch the browser for each and every test case, again this is the best approach, okay. So just press Ctrl Shift F and Ctrl Save. This time we are able to see this line on a console for two times, one for this test case 01 and second time for this test case 02, okay. Ctrl Shift F and Ctrl Save. Let me run the script. Right click, run as test-ng test. Okay, let's wait for the execution. Now there are two test cases, okay, this test case 01 and test case 02. On the test-ng also see two test cases, test case 01 and test case 02. Now let me open console. See it carefully, guys, okay. So @before test execute for only one time, okay. Same for the test also, before test and before class also, okay. Now see this @before method launch browser and URL, then we need to test the title of web page, and then we need to close the browser, okay. But again for test case 2 we need to launch the browser. So again this @before method executed, launch the browser, okay. See, two time executed because we have written two number of test cases. See this one and this one. The first one launch the browser, second time launch the browser and test the URL, launch the URL, then verify the particular sign in web element is present or not, then again we need to close the browser. But remaining annotations will execute for only one time, okay. See this @before suit, @before test and @before class executed for only one time, okay. I am not able to see, okay, only this I am able to see for only this only one time, okay. Now for the same after class, @test and this one @suit executed for only one time, okay. Only these two annotations, @before method and @after method, how many time it will execute? It's depend on the number of test cases. If we have two test cases, then it will execute for two time, okay. If we have 10 test cases, it will execute for 10 time just before executing the test case, okay. It's depend on you which annotation you have used, @before method or @after method, or both the methods, okay, or both the annotations. So this is the execution flow, okay, up to this suit, and this is the way to understand how many times your annotation will going to execute, okay. So this two annotation will execute, it's depend on the number of test cases, test cases, okay. Now as you can, okay, I think closed, yeah. So this test case will execute first and then it will execute this test case, okay. Let me change the sequence, just copy and cut, I will paste, okay. Now I have written this test case 02 first, and then I have written this test case first is a 02 and second one is a 01, okay. Now see, we get some changes in execution flow or not, okay. Let's see, this time it will execute which test case first. See, test case 1 is execute first, then it will execute test case 2. Let me open console. See, launch browser and launch URL, then title of the web page. So if I will write this test case at anywhere in this class, it doesn't affect with the execution flow, okay. Sequence of annotation will not going to affect the execution flow of the annotations. Okay, it's on you, write anywhere but inside the class. Okay, so if I want to run this test case first, and after executing this test case 02, I need to run this test case 01. So how to do this? Okay, just understand the question. If I need to execute this test case first, okay, and I need to execute this test case at number 2, then how to do this? So TestNG provide one option which is known as a priority. So I will make it priority is equal to 1. Okay, again here I will make it priority is equal to 2. Control Shift F and Control Save. Now if I will remove this one, so it will take the name of the method, it will take the name of the test cases, and based on the name it will arrange in a ascending way, and then it will execute. But now I have written this priority, okay, and I will make it 1 for this test case 02. Okay, it will execute from the lower to higher, so it will execute 1 first and then it will execute second priority. So just save, right click, run as TestNG. Now it will execute our test case 2 first, because we have assigned priority is equal to 2. Sorry, priority is equal to 1. See, test case 02 and then test case 01. Okay, see, verify signed in web element and then verify test title of web page. Okay, so by using this priority we are able to set the sequence of test cases. Okay, we are able to set the sequence flow of the test cases. So this video is mainly made for the annotations, the sequence of annotation, and how many times which annotation will going to execute. So this 6 annotation will going to execute for only one time. Okay, and this 2 annotation, it's depend on the number of test cases. If we have 2 test cases, then it will execute for the 2 time. This is for the 2 time, this is for the 2 time. If we have 10 test cases, if we have used 10 times this @test annotation, then it will execute 10 time, and same for this, it will execute 10 time. It's depend on the number of test cases. Okay, and the sequence is suit, okay, then test, then class. Okay, I will make it first of all suit. Okay, Control Z, suit, then test, then class. Copy, cut, paste. Control Shift F and Control C. So this is the sequence. It will execute suit. Okay, or I will make it in a proper way. It will execute before suit, then it will execute before test. Okay, paste, then it will execute before class, then it will execute this before method. Copy, cut, paste, then it will execute our main test case. Copy, cut, I will paste, I will remove it. Okay, this is for the example only. And after executing, now we need to perform the descending order. So I will make it @before method, after this @test, then I will make it class here. Copy, cut, paste here. After class we need to this @test, and then after, okay, sorry, yeah, this one after suit. Copy, cut, paste. Control Shift F and Control C. Let me remove this one. Control Shift F and Control C. So this is the execution flow. First one is a suit, then test, then class, then method, then our main logic, our main business logic, which is known as a main method, or we can say the test case. Then This is the ascending way, this is the descending way. Okay, before method, after method. Okay, before class, this one, before class, after class, before test, after test, and before shoot, after shoot. Okay, so this is the sequence of flow of the annotation in a test-ng. Okay, and I have already said which annotation will going to execute for how many times. Okay, so I hope guys you get some idea from this video. If you really get some idea from this video, if you like this video, then please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching this video guys. Thank you.